must be pretty bad. My friend Ari has cousins in Israel. I hope they're okay. Hey, look, my dad's home. I'm going to ask him a question. What is anti-Semitism? Yeah, hey, Dad! Big Calvin! I'm little Calvin. What is anti-Semitism?
Whoa, anti-Semitism? Well, this is hostility to, prejudice towards, or discrimination against Jews. This type of Semitism is racism. Okay? So we don't want to be that. Remember the sermon that Pastor Mike preached? About 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, wait, I remember just a little bit. Yeah, I remember. Hey, let me call him up. Hey, Pastor Mike! Do you remember the sermon you preached 2 weeks ago? You think you'll remember that way? I'm not sure. Let me find out. Hope so.
All right, Calvin. You always have a lot of questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I preached a sermon based on Matthew chapter 22. Now, one of the experts in the law, back when Jesus was alive, one of them, an experts in the law, tested him with the question, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Now, Jesus was talking about the greatest commandment and how we can keep the law. Now, I want to let you know that keeping the law means that we love God and we love our neighbors. If we love our neighbors, then we can't do racism. Racism is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, group, or community, or an institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group. Typically, it's a minority group that's been marginalized, or that means that we just tend to look at them not as people, but just kind of like objects, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, yeah, like Clark the Squirrel. We don't let Clark the Squirrel play basketball because he's a squirrel. Yeah, you know how they are. Yeah, that's what we do. And I guess that's right. Wait a minute. We don't let Clark the Squirrel play basketball because he's a squirrel. Well, if he wants to play, there he is now. There he goes. Well, I guess he can play if he wants to.
Well, that's true. And not letting Clark the Squirrel play basketball is a form of discrimination. That's something we shouldn't do. Now, the next thing is prejudice. Now, this can be an effect or feeling towards a person based on a preconceived a preconceived notion or what we think about that group. Now, this word is often used to refer to, like I said, preconceived ideas or ideas that we have about people which may not be true. And we base that on their political affiliation, like if they're a Republican or a Democrat. And we base that on whether or not they're a male or a female, or their beliefs, their social class, and a bunch of other things. And their sports teams and things like that. but we should not hold those views against people. Remember, Jesus said, treat people the way you want to be treated. So that's how we help stop racism and prejudice, is treating people the way we want to be treated. Jesus said that a long time ago.
Okay, I guess so. Prejudice. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. But what about cats? Alley cats? They can be mean and they can be fat cats and not do things nice to people. Yeah, like that cat right there. You want to tell me something? Oh, okay. The cat told me he wants me to come to the alley and play with him. Ah! I always thought alley cats were, well, I thought a lot of things. And I thought alley cats were bad and mean and want to scratch your eyes out. That cat was nice. Maybe I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's true. We don't want to be prejudiced either. That's believing something about a group of people or a person that's not based on facts. Okay? That's what it is. Remember, you take people one person at a time. Now, bigotry or a bigot is a person who is intolerant towards those who hold different opinions than themselves, or they don't like people because of who they are or the opinions that they have. This is often mistaken to that people think that, well, I don't like you because of your opinion. But that's not true. Now, your opinions are just your thoughts and the way you are. But remember, to dislike people because of their opinion or because of what they believe about something is bigotry, and that's wrong. That's not treating people the way you want to be treated, because you want people to treat you with respect and you want people to treat you with love. If you do that towards everybody, then the world can be a better place. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. I hope this helps some, my good friend Calvin.
Yeah, it helps some. That means that I have to listen to Bob the groundhog because, well, he's a groundhog and he has opinions, but oh, here he comes now. You want to say something? What do you want to say? You're going to get in front of me?
Well, I just want to say that bigotry is a bad thing, and we should not practice it, because when you do that, you're being mean to people, and it's not a good thing to be mean to people just for the sake of being mean. Okay?
Yeah. But I can't believe it. Yeah, that's true. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. That means to treat people the way you want to be treated. I don't want people to treat me with racism, prejudice, or bigotry. So I shouldn't treat others that way. I learned a big lesson today. Hope you guys did too. At the Harvey and Sam Puppet Company, we stand with the children of Palestine and the children of the nation of Israel. We know right now this is a very difficult time for everybody, especially in Palestine and Israel. We hope that there can be peace and that they can all learn to get along and live with each other. Jesus said, And I'm just going to quote from the Bible. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. The Torah also teaches us to love too. And I'm sure the Quran does also. Look, I just want everybody to know that we stand with you in peace and love. You guys have a great day. See you again soon. And remember, love your neighbor as yourself.